Hi, I'm Joni Marks. I'm a three-time international best-selling author and the creator of 3 acclaimed online courses for UDEMY.com. And this video is the companion to my new article for 60 and Me, and it's titled 6 Steps to Total Freedom After 60. And we're going to start with what is total freedom after 60 and how are we going to access that? Total freedom after 60 comes from loving yourself enough to let go of thinking your past was better than the present. This means coming home to where your true, authentic self lives. She lives within you. Let's start by looking at why it is so difficult to connect with our true, authentic self. But before we do that, I would like to share a little brief story about how the last slide, which is about often women who are 60, think that their past is better than their present. I can think of a couple of reasons. I remember when I was 20 that I thought to myself, I don't know anyone who's ever died. Well, when we're 60, we, of course, do know many people, and some of them are the people we love. So that's the bend, the emotional bend backward to think that the past, when all these people we loved were alive, is better in the present when we are more alone, but we are here and we're alive. So let's continue with that slide now. Connecting with your true authentic self can be a challenge for many reasons. One challenge is that you may be focusing on the past, which means you are disconnected from the present and your true authentic self. Another reason is that your authentic self may be who you truly are, but it may also be a version of yourself you have resisted accepting for many years. When you know why it's difficult for you, you can begin to open up to your true authentic self in ways that are easier and a whole lot more fun. Everyone's path to achieving total freedom is different. And as I have said in my stories about myself, I'm the storytelling magician. So if I want a new life, I start by telling myself a new and better story. But then you have to put that into action. You have to put that in doable steps that you can perform to achieve your new story. So let's look at my experiences, and I'll give you an example of what I did for myself. My life after 60 changed at a level and a pace that required me to slow down and chart this new path in my life with more clarity and detail than anything I had done before. After lots of inward journeying, followed by hours of journaling, I came to a question that radically changed my life. If yesterday's solutions are all you know, where do you start refocusing and renewing your life once you realize the old ways of living, loving, and creating no longer work? At first, I didn't have an answer to that question. So I asked my true, authentic self what she would do. What unfolded I originally called the 6 steps to refocus and renew your life. Step 1, adopt new beliefs. 2, reconnect with your true self. 3, reframe your perception of self-love. And 4, be what it is you seek. 5, be a trailblazer. And 6, be authentic. That picture of me was taken at a retreat. I went to a hotel for a week. I sat down at that computer and I thought, how am I going to take my new story and put it into action? And as an actor, you do things that are doable. They can't be vague. They have to be specific, doable things. And that's where I sat there at that desk, often looking out that window, where I came up with the 6 steps to refocus and renew your life. And each one of these, which we're briefly going to talk about next, are things that are doable. They're not thoughts, they're not moods, they're actions that you can take that give life to your new story and your total freedom after 60. Step 1, adopt new beliefs. This step is about uncovering the limiting beliefs your inner critic uses to stop you from following your desires. When you're unaware of limiting beliefs, your new path of freedom after 60 won't be sustainable. The reason is the emotional baggage of limiting beliefs will still be there, getting in your way. That is until you adopt new beliefs. 2, reconnect with your true self. This step begins by daydreaming about the new version of yourself that you aspire to be. Due to childhood conditioning, this may be uncomfortable at first. Many of us were told if we were not physically busy, we weren't productive. But when you slow down and connect with that inner voice who loves you, dreaming for a new you and a life of total freedom is the most productive thing you can do. 3, reframe your perception of self-love. Our desire to be loved and valued after 60 is directly related to self-love. They go hand in heart when you are seeking total freedom. To overlook self-love is to disconnect yourself from the present moment and from who you truly are. Therefore, staying present with loving who you are after 60 is a key to overcoming life obstacles and unlocking your true self. There's a lot to process and think about in the first 3 steps. And now I'm going to share the next 3 steps. So I hope that you will take all 6 of them and in your own time, maybe with a cup of coffee or something nice to drink, sit down and process what each of these steps mean for you and how you can implement them in your life. Step 4, be what it is you seek. This step is about removing all resistance to what you desire by aligning your inner beliefs with what you desire to manifest in your outer world. An important part of this step is quieting the chatter of your inner critic. This way you can listen to the inner voice of your true authentic self. And by following the guidance of your true authentic self, you can discover a path to true freedom after 60 that is right for you. Step 5, be a trailblazer. Blazing a path to total freedom after 60 involves removing inner and outer obstacles to having your desires fulfilled. This means spending your time being more of your true authentic self. And how do you do this? Letting go of outdated stories about who you used to be. Holding on to the past can affect your health, your emotional state, and your financial well-being. Therefore, this step sets in motion a new story about yourself and the life you want to live now. And the 6th step, be authentic. Nothing steals your freedom quicker than buying into limiting beliefs, especially those of other people. That is why this step is about releasing yourself from the negative influence of others. With more awareness of your authentic self, the more freedom you will feel to live your life on your own terms. I'd like now to guide you through 3 journal prompts to help solidify all that we've talked about today and to make each of these 6 steps more real for you and more usable so that you can start this afternoon or this evening thinking about how you're going to implement your changes that you desire. Create some time after this video to please journal your answers to the following. 1. Of these 6 steps, which ones are you currently doing? Which steps do you desire doing more of? 2. How would you define total freedom for yourself? And 3. What activities do you desire to do more of that would bring new levels of freedom to your life? Thank you so much for watching this video, and I invite you to read the article on 60andMe, and if you haven't done so, and for more information and to sign up today for my online courses on UDEMY.com. They are Finding True Love, Drive-Thru, Make It Your Own, and Refocus and Renew Your Life. Just type my name, Joni Marks, in the search box. And until we meet again, remember, every morning, look into your mirror, smile at yourself, and say, I am my own best friend, for I came into this world to be myself. For that I came. Thank you, and all my best.